You're going to bring the foot up to the chamber, and the other knees, the legs are going to be bent just a little bit. You're going to bring the foot up to the chamber, kick with a ball foot kick to the groin, and you're snapping. Ich, ni, sop, si, go, ro, sich, hutch, kyup, ja, za. The reason you're doing this is one thing is you're strengthening this front leg while you're exercising with your kick. But free fighting situation, oftentimes you just use what's called niko achidachi, or cat stance, where most of your weight's on the back foot, weight's off the front foot mostly, and then you would kick from the ground to the groin. Also, if you want to kick, front kick to, let's say, the upper area, and you want to get a little bit more distance, rather than coming here and having your hips squared like this, like you might if you were just kicking to the groin, what you want to do as you come forward with the kick, you want to thrust the hips under, and you're going to get about how about a half foot, 6 more inches or so, with this foot still being here. In other words, instead of doing this like you would kick to the groin, if you're going to kick to the upper, a little bit upper from here, up into the midsection area, lower midsection area, what you do is roll the hip under and do a thrusting action. You get about 6 more inches, again, than if you're right here. Now for the application. Simple position here. A man comes to start to fight you, and you've got your weight on the back foot, very little weight on the front foot. The man starts to fight you, starts to come in at you, and you kick. You can kick to the groin, or you can kick to the midsection. Now, if you were just wanting to come into him, in other words, if I was back here, standing sideways, and he started coming at me, I want to come into him, I would thrust my hip forward, gives me about 6 more inches than if I were to just do this. Notice it. See, I'm already past here by thrusting the hip forward. This, if I want to just come in and attack the man. Also keeping the hands up here with your shield. Very simple blocks to just come in like this and block. Goju is required for the Kyuyu belt, which is white belt with 1 green stripe, Goju karate. First is a side snap kick. It's low to the knee area. Bring right foot up, snap in and down, right foot up, snap in and down. You're going to curl the toes up just a little bit as you do this. It's a low kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Next, a side thrust kick. Moving Goju. You're going to step behind, step back and down, step, side thrust kick, down, step, side thrust kick, down. You're stopping into the man. You can go back towards the back part of the heel. Indication of the snapping Goju, as your opponent comes in to punch you, snap to the leg. Now I'll go a little faster. Okay, comes in, snap. Open palm block. It's just a very simple block that you can do. Again. All right. Your side thrust kick. Now this is a very simple one to do. You step behind with the left foot, and when you come up like you're going to heel the man in the groin. But instead of doing that, you come up, the right knee goes out, and you stomp. So it looks like this. Slow motion. Up, out, stomp. As the man comes in to punch you, you step in and stomp. Okay? Again. All right. Washigiri is a roundhouse kick. You can do it with the instep, or you can do it with the ball of the foot. Right now we'll do it with the instep, be to the groin area. Ich, ni, some, si, go, ro, sich, hutch, kill, chill. Left foot, instep, ich, ni, some, si, go, ro, sich, hutch, kill, chill. For the roundhouse kick, a lot of people in karate will, when they throw this roundhouse kick, they'll bring their foot out too far, parallel to this line, too far out. That's too easy to see, and it's too easy to stop. When you're kicking the groin, your back foot should be back about a 45-degree angle, and this front foot should also be back at a 45-degree angle rather than up this way to a 45 to the front, because if you have to take the time to turn it, that's a split second. All right, the application would be, a lot of men that come in at you are open in the groin area. And if you will come along the knee, rather than the foot coming out here, come along the knee, you'll be right into the groin area. In other words, here's the way not to do it. This comes out too far. All right, the way to do it is the man starts coming to punch you, you come right up the knee. Okay, now, as I throw the kick and I do it the wrong way, you head block when I do it the wrong way. See, it's too easy to stop. But if you do it the right way, you come from low, don't bring it up too high, you get right on the groin. All right, now next application here is for a roundhouse kick to the midsection. As the man comes in at you, you bring the foot up and out, and you're going to kick with the ball of the foot in the midsection. Bring the leg up and out. You bring the leg up and out. And you can do a replacement step. If you want to hop in here, and throw it up. You can either hit the midsection or you can hit below the belt. Now, next, roundhouse kick. This time, it's going to be coming up here. Obviously, you can't always get up that high. Man's not always open there. But if he is open there, if he's standing here like this, if he doesn't have his hand up here, which he should, but if he's got it down here, and he's got this line open, and he's coming into you, you move here and you come straight up this line and you go right for the throw. All right? See? Simple. Here. Right through the open area. Block is a hooking block. Again, you're double blocking. You're going to be doing an open palm block. Come up with the left hand. It's a descending spear hand. Keep the thumbs in. Don't do this. You'll get them hit. You'll know why. You get hooked in. Again, it's palm block. In other words, you just don't punch. You just palm it to the side. And it's called Kyuyu. It's a hooking block. Block, 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 block. Again, notice that I'm not doing this. I'm not letting this drift out here. A lot of styles will have you doing that. That's not good to do that. 99 times out of 100 is not. There might be exceptions. But you're hooking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take a side stance. The way your side stance is, you're going to turn your front foot forward just a little bit, about 45-degree angle to cover the groin area. Back foot is forward a little bit, like you're getting ready to run. So if you wanted to throw a punch at somebody, you'd run off that back foot. So here I am, going to do forms of tree. It's going to be a block. Now again, I'm eliding this movement. That means I'm smoothing it out, taking the angularity out of it. So it's a Jodan block, 1, closing door block, 2, gate on block, 3. Again, with the palm up here blocking the lower midsection, or the midsection area, floating right area. So it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The other side, the left hand, right hand's across the midsection. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Simple block. Your doing it, first of all, open palm block to begin with, and you're in the Kyuyu position, which is a hook position, and you're blocking one and blocking two. So you can, and notice the hook here. So what you're doing, as a man throws a punch at you, okay, on the guard, if he throws a punch here, you're blocking, you're hitting open palm and then hooking down, and then you're ready. You can do a ridge hand shito to the throat. You can do a back knuckle to the side of the head, either one. But as he comes to throw it, I just move to the side. As he throws the punch at me, to the side, boom, behind. You can kick in the groin. You're behind the guy. All right, let's go to the other side here. He throws a punch to the other hand. Again, I catch one too. See? It's real simple. As soon as, again, as a man makes the move, you're over here. You're not just wait. You can wait for him, but you don't have to. So it's slow motion. One, hook, two, and again I'm shielding as I go by the man. See? You come in with the knee, and you come in with the punch. But the Kyuyu block is just like this. One, two. He throws a punch. One, two. Now, if he throws two punches at me, I'm here. He throws one punch. He throws a second punch. It's just that simple. And then, of course, you kick. You're not going to stand there all day and block. So if I'm standing here, he comes to punch me. I can go to the side. I can double block, get behind him, grab him, take him down for one. Doesn't make a difference which hand comes first. Why? Because I'm covering the area with both the hands. See this? This is the area. So whichever hand he throws will make a difference. And I'm over here, second hand. See? There you can move, he can throw the other one if he wants to. And then he can throw the other one. Boom, boom. See? Again, all the time. The other principle is this. This is very important. That many times your blocking hand, just after the point that it's blocked, will become the striking hand. Or even if I'm here and I go like this, here, see? It's very simple. Or if he comes with this hand and I go here, boom. The blocking hand, or even if I hook here like this, he comes here and I hook it here and pull it down here. See? The blocking hand becomes the striking hand. The forward blocking hand, obvious, that is closer than this one. Unless I'm standing straight on, in which case I'm too open. But if I'm standing sideways and I block with this hand, boom! It's simple to move from the block to the punch. All right, watch this again. Now let's say, for instance, that we're standing here, okay, and I'm like this, and he throws a punch in my face, and I throw the hooking block here, okay? Let's go slow motion here. He throws it. See, look. This is much closer than this is. And distance is time. This is much closer. Watch again. Whether it's here, or again, whether he comes here, I go here. You're going. See? Hook. Again, watch this. Go. Where? Down. You're going. With the forward hand. The blocking hand became the striking hand. All right, forms of three. This is very simple. Very easy. Doesn't make a difference which hand he punches with. You're covering that area. With the forms of three, your hand's back here, ready if he wants to try to kick you in the midsection. At least you got your arm in the way up here. If he wants to get you in the rib, at least you got a fist here. If I'm like this, and he's throwing punches at me, 1, 2, go ahead. See? It's very simple. Whether he's throwing punches, kicks, again, 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, see? Boom. And the thing is, though, as soon as you block, you're not going to stand there and block all day long, because your forms of three is 1, 2, just to give you some quick cover. But as soon as he starts to move in there and you go 1, 2, boom, 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 you know, you want to be kicking this guy with a real simple kick. Listen, a real fighting situation, it's not the high fancy kicks that gets it. It's the low kicks to the groin, to the knee, see? The low kicks that gets it. To the groin, to the knee. Not the real high kicks. All right, yin forms 3. I'm gonna go slow motion. Get those punch and kick, boom, and you're moving back and away. Now, another thing. Unless I'm going to block and come right into him, if I'm going to fade with him on maybe 1 or 2, I'm not just going to stand there. Okay? If I was going to block once and go after him, that's one thing. But if I'm standing here and I'm going to maybe block a couple times, maybe I want to not hurt the guy very much. So I'm not just going to boom come in and just kill him. I might block 3 or 4 punches, moving back away from him. And if he don't quit, then I'm going to nail him, see? It's just a matter of the ethics of the situation. So a guy throws a 1-2 punch at me. 1, 2. Okay, and then he comes again with a kick or whatever. Boom, here, boom, see, boom. You want to stop the guy. Just get up there, kick him in the groin, whatever you got to do. All right. Jawline punch is to the upper face area, jawline area, right between the eyes, or you can hit the man on the end of the nose, or you can hit him in the throat. Your left hand out, right hand chamber. Again, this is just a training drill, and your right elbow is going to come by your muscle here, latissimus dorsi muscle. As you come out, then you turn the fist right at the last. So left. You don't want to come out like this. This is what you don't want to do. Is bring this elbow out here so they can see it. As you're throwing the punch, it's too easy to see that, make a 1-2 movement out of it, where it's easily seen as a 1-2 movement. You want to have the elbow come by the lat muscle, jawline punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shoot on. Solar plexus area. Again, the elbow is coming by the lat muscle, because it's just like if you're doing this and you throw this punch, whether it's up here or whether it's here, you don't want this elbow to lead out like a lot of people do. They go like this. You don't want to do that. You want to have the elbow come by the body. So if it's jodan, if it's shudan, it's here, not here. It's harder to see. It's harder to stop. Again, this is just for exercise purposes, doing it straight on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now the get-on punch, which is the lower belt area, left hand out, right hand chamber. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another thing you're noticing is at this point, I'm now leaning. A lot of times, a student will learn to throw a punch and they'll lean into the punch and they're not trained to lean yet. If they lean too much, somebody can take them, throw them down. Whereas if they throw the punch with the body upwards right at the beginning, you don't have as much chance of throwing you to the ground with a takedown movement. Next is a 3-part punch. Left hand out, right hand chamber. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. So it's 1 jodan, 2 shudan. And you want to get to where you can move faster with this. The other thing is when you're throwing that punch to the air, when you're not hitting anything, you don't want to hurt your elbow. So as you throw this punch, you keep the elbow bent just a little bit, and you're going to corkscrew that hand. It's going to come just like this. One of the things about the hand, I want to show you this right now, is you want to roll those fingers in, those little fingers down at the back end, then pull these 2 in. And as you can see, like the Goju fist that I have here, or the one back of me, you have a descending line on the fist. You do not want the fist to be like this. Because if you have it like this, and you hit somebody like that, you're probably going to break it down here. You want to have it on a descending line. Okay? So it's 1 to the jodan, the 3-part punch, 2 to the shudan. Alright? Ich. Ni, san, si, go, ro, hach, kyo, ju. Next is shudo to the collarbone. We're going to have the applications of this in just a moment, all of these. But you're going to bring your right hand back, keep your thumbs in, and you act like you're grabbing a sledgehammer, like this. And then as you come down with that imaginary sledgehammer, you're going to strike with the right hand. Same way on the other side. Your hand's going to come back, you act like you're grabbing a sledgehammer, like you're coming down on the man. You're striking with the knife edge of the hand. It's called shuto. Now just don't keep the hand real tight and tense while you're doing the movement. Right at the point of impact is when you tighten up the hand. In other words, as I strike the man, my hand's loose back here and I whip it down, and then right at the point of impact, I shoot this little finger out, tighten this muscle, and then loosen it back up right after I've hit him. So it's like a whip. Ich, ni, sam, shi, go, rock, shoot, hutch, kill, Joe. Next, shoot over the temple, block, strike to the temple. Again, you don't tighten up the hand until the point of impact. All right. Ich, ni, sam, shi, go, rock, shoot, hutch, kill, Joe. Notice this, it's a hook block, very simple. Next going to be shuto to the side. So I throw the blocks, he comes in, strike to the side. Of course, I would be standing sideways rather than straight on. It's easier for you to see it though, as I stand straight on. All right, ich, ni, sam, shi, go, rock, shoot, hutch, kill, Joe. With the hand that's in the back, all right? Let's say a man squares off to fight you, all right? Now, in this position, I'm going to teach you mirror image at this point. We'll do cross mirror image in just a moment. Mirror image is just like you're looking in a mirror. Now, I'm going to throw a punch to the jodan area. You can either turn the fist, gives a little spin on it, a little extra speed. You can either do that here, or you can do a vertical punch. And don't turn it all the way over. Still striking with the first two knuckles. So you're striking with the first two knuckles regardless of whether you do it this way or whether you do it this way. But I'm going to do a combination of blocks. Like for instance, a closing door block, closing door hooking block, and strike to the jodan area. Now as the man comes into me, as he comes to throw his punch, I grab, strike. Again, slow motion as he comes to throw the punch, I grab, strike. Now, if his hand, it's all obvious to all of us that he's going to be holding this somewhere in here before he hits you. The other thing is if you watch the man's solar plexus, you can notice everything in your peripheral vision from there. If he makes a step with that foot first, which most people do, he just told you, and he has his hand up here 99 times out of 100, he just told you he's going to hit you with that hand. So, when you see him, when you're here, and you're watching the midsection and you see that foot move, you know where he's going to be and you know where you're going to be. You don't wait for him to throw the punch and say, oh, gee, I'm going to block it. You see the foot move out of your peripheral vision, boom! Then you step, block, strike, slow motion. And you can even go ahead, as he makes his step, you can even go ahead, come in and grab the fist. Even if he's going to throw it fast at you, as soon as he makes his step, you come into it. Just that quick. So that what he's doing is, if he's making that step first, it's very obvious, to hit you, he's got to reach you. Most karate people, when they start to hit you, that foot's going to move, or their shoulder's going to move, and you're going to be already there with that block, with a joint strike. Now, you strike here to the meaty part of the face. You strike to the throat, or you can do a vertical punch here to the meaty part of the face, or to the throat. The other thing about a vertical punch is this. Now, if we were standing mirror image on this side, and instead of me blocking and coming and striking with this hand, let's say that I was going to strike to the jodan area with my forward hand. See? And I like to rather than turn it over, I do that sometimes, but I like to do a vertical. But the difference is this. If you have about the same length arm as your opponent, and you start doing this, and you turn this fist over this way, and you come in here, see that? Look, if we got the same length, he just as apt to hit me as me hit him. But if when you throw this punch, and you're ducking away here, see, again, you're watching the midsection. As he makes his step, you hit here, and you come here. But now, even if I was here, and I waited for him to make a step and to come to me, and I throw the punches, he's on here, look what happens if I do it vertically. It deflects the fist down here. Rather than if I turn it over, see, I haven't got anything in the way to keep him from coming in here. But if I move it here, see, I've got the man. Even if I just stay here and wait for him and go like this, if I have it straight up and down, rather than turn, see the difference? Big difference if you're in a real fight. Okay. All right, next. Difference, isn't it? All right, next is for the shoot-on area. A lot of people call this a reverse punch. You can do it with an uppercut position, snapping like this. That's uppercut shoot-on. Or Seiken shoot-on. Seiken just means a front punch, turn a regular turning over, snapping punch. But let's say the man squares away to fight me here, and he comes and he throws a punch here. If I wait for him to come in on me, and he comes in on me here, I duck down and away in case he wants to try to hit me with the other hand. See, again, shielding with this hand, so he can't come in. So I hit here. Another thing too, you'll notice in Goju karate, in the stances, you'll notice a lot of this. A lot of the moving in and the over. Well, that goes to back what they call a Chinese bow. In Kung Fu, this was a Chinese bow. Goju has shortened it up a little bit. But there's several applications of that other than blocking the groin, which is a natural movement here. As this man steps in and punches me, and I turn this foot in here, it's easier for me to come down and bring him to the side if I move the foot inward and down. See? Again, shield. This, you've seen this in karate, where the Chinese do this. Okay? This means karate is my secret. It also means shield and sword. Hidden fist, karate is my secret. The shield and the sword. Strike, block, strike, block, strike, block. All right. Next is punch to the gate-on area. That's what they call the below the belt punch. As this man comes in, when he throws the punch at me, I cover my block here, I strike. I'm striking low, right below the belt. It's one of the meanest places you can hit somebody. It's right in here. It's very, very dangerous to hit someone there. All right, again, slow motion as you come through the punch. Stop, side, strike to the gate-on area. Now, the Shudo. We're going to go Shudo to the collarbone or back of the neck, either one. But a man takes a stance sideways to you, like this. A lot of times, somebody's going to fight you out in straight, not always, but a lot of times, they may have a jacket on, or they may have a long sleeve shirt. Even if they've got a short sleeve shirt, the principle still works the same. What you're going to do on this is you're going to slap, now think about this, when you grab somebody's clothes, you do not grab at the clothing. You don't think, I'm grabbing at the clothing. What you do is, you grab at the arm, you slap the arm. You roll the fingers in, but you're thinking you're going to that arm. If you just think about just grabbing the clothing, a lot of times you won't get it, or you'll get your little finger caught up in the gi, and if he pulls away, he'll hurt your little finger, or you get caught up in his clothes, what have you. But if you will take the finger, little finger, tuck it in here, and slap the body, then roll in. And when you roll in, drop your weight down so that you're not just using your arm muscle, but you're using your weight muscle, and shuto to the back of the neck. In other words, I'm standing here like this, the guy just going to throw a punch at me, I grab here, down, strike. It's a real simple technique. You can slap your arm, even back here as he takes a step, grab up, down, strike. shuto. Okay? Next is a shuto to the temple. Again, as the man's coming in, a variety of blocks that I could use. Let's use the jodan and the hooking block as he throws the punch. Jodan hooking block and striking to the temple. It's a real simple movement, real easy movement. He throws the punch. 1, 2, strike. Okay. Next is going to be strike to the floating rib. Now, the technique I want to show you right now, I learned this from a man who had fought in a tournament, and he was a 3rd degree black belt, and he fought a 5th degree black belt. And this kind of technique I'm going to show you right now, this shuto, you can either be to the floating rib here, or it can be to the kidney. If you're going to the inside, if he's facing that way, it can be to the floating rib. Or if we're facing mirror image, then it can be to the kidney. It can work for a shuto, it can work for a hammer hand. Now the setup for this movement is this. Now the setup is this. A setup is where, for a split second, you get your opponent to think that you're going one place and you go someplace else. For instance, if I'm like this and he's leading with the left hand here, all right, and I go like that. Now when I do this, I throw both hands out. So I've got, see, the short and the shield, like it's a jodan. But now we're talking about shuto. Either shuto, right in this case it's going to be to the kidney. If it was the other side, I could go shuto to the floating rib. But in this case, I go like this, and I just do it lightly, a couple of times. And I get the guy flinching. You figure maybe twice. See, what you want to do is, by twice, you want to set up a reactionary flinch with the guy. Okay, once. Okay, to that, I'm ready for again. Boom, twice. Now, try that one more time. That's what you want him to think. And you're going to create, hopefully, for a split second, what I call a little dead spot in there. That's a place in which he thinks he's got you figured for a split second. Then you pull the other one on him. Like this. Here's the upper guy. Go like this. Oh, and he starts flinching to block it, like you're going to go to block it, okay? Like he's going to go to block it. Ah! Your shuto or hammer hand. Again, I'm up here, getting him to try to block it. And then the third time I come out, I start to go for it. You got the man. Now if I'm on the other side, like this, okay, the man starts to kind of punch me. Again, you watch the solar plexus. As he makes his move, you're in. You don't, if you're going to watch his face, or you're just going to watch his feet, you're going to get your focus off. You're going to get it on the wrong thing. Fighting, your focus should be on the whole body. But watching that solar plexus, I see his initial movement. He sees his feet's going to move. What he's doing is, he's telling me, 1, 2, this is third. That's where most karate is. It's 1, 2, 3. Okay? So as I'm standing here and he comes, I see the initial movement, boom, I go for it. I don't wait. Watch again, slow motion. And you can also come over and shoot off. So you got here and here. Anytime you move out on a man, you get close, you can come here, go here, circle around, even do a ridge hand, shoot off. Should do that in just a moment.